Good morning, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. To God be the glory. I want to thank God for life, joy, peace, hope, and His promise. I am your host, Tea Nicole, the spiritual authenticator, where I discuss health, wellness, and spiritual development. And guess what? I just want you to allow your soul to glow. So thank you for tuning in today. But do me a favor, like, share, and comment this video because it is imperative to help me get the message out. So I need you guys to join in the fight because I believe that we all have a voice, we all can make a difference, and that we all can show up in this world today. So I want to say welcome to the show. And I'm so excited that you decided to join me today. I will be talking about breakthrough and breaking generational curses because of the simple fact we are living in a time when there's so much that has been going on for generation to generation to generation. And now it's time for us to show up as ourselves, believe in who we are, fight for what's right, and stand on truth. Did you hear me? Stand on truth, show up as our authentic selves, and believe that we can make a difference. I didn't say me, I said we can make a difference. So let's get this started. I want you guys to do me a favor. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. So, wherever you are tuning in from, let us know where you are tuning in from. I want to know who you are. I am accessible. And so sometimes you get these people on these platforms and you can't reach them. I want you to talk to me because I want to know who is tuning in, where you're tuning in from, and how you show up in this world. Because why? Only we can make a difference, not just me. It takes you, it takes me, it takes our children, it takes everybody to show up as their authentic self. So, as the authenticator, I want to show you how it's done. But you have to be willing to be here, show up. So come as yourself each and every Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to join little old me. We go live every first Friday of the month. And here you can be yourself. You can lay your hair down. You can take off your makeup. You can take off all the masks. You just have to be your authentic self because I realized something and we realized something that when you show up as yourself, can't nobody change that. You have to be who you are. But when you pretend to have on all these different layers, you show up as somebody else, then they can talk about you. But we don't want to even set the stage for them to show up. I mean, for you to show up as somebody else other than yourself. Good morning, Dorsha. Thank you for tuning in. I just wanted to say, welcome. So, for those that do not know me, I'm Tea Nicole. I'm originally from Michigan, but I am here now in Texas. I'm in the Dallas, Texas area, and I'm so glad to be here because I am a survivor of early childhood trauma. And for many years, I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my power. I did not know who I was because I was suffering silently. I was suffering from trauma. I was suffering from the imposter syndrome. I was suffering and carrying all this dead weight. And that was passed down from generation to generation to generation because some things happened in my household, some things happened in my family. And the thing is, so many times, because we are in a space where we don't want to tell our secrets. Hey, coach, that's my coach. Have Coach Rayhana. And so the thing is, so many times it's like we get into this space where we don't want to tell our family secrets. And sometimes the family members don't know about it. So things happen within the family where it's molestation that takes place, it's incest that take place, it's physical abuse, mental abuse that's passed down from generation to generation. And it has to be someone that says, today I'm going to break the curse. Because I simply say it's a curse because why? It's like we never get to the root of the thing, or it just keeps going. It keeps going. So it can be a curse, it could be a habit, it could be something that just continues and it has to be uprooted. So I am a root worker. I believe in reversing the curse. I believe in spending time with the with God, my ancestors. I believe in just allowing God to show me things, reveal things, because it's a lot of things that are internally embedded in us. And sometimes we run because it's not normal. But my friend, her name is Stacy. And the thing is, she told me to make her a shirt. She was like, weird is normal. And when she told me to make this shirt, weird is normal, I was like, you're absolutely right. Because what's normal is not normal no more. And the thing is, when people like myself, because I can relate to me, I can really say something about me. Hi, Chantel, welcome, welcome. So, me, I was molested at the age of 4 years old. That's not normal. But in society, that probably was normal. Because think about it, for years, they never talked about molestation. I was 4 years old and I was protecting the person that did it because I did not know how to talk about it because I was a child. We never talked about molestation in the home, but it was some other things that took place. I'm not bashing my father, but he was physically abusive to my mother. So when I saw things, I didn't speak up because of the abuse. So think about what I'm saying. So when you're a child and you see somebody that you love physically abusing your other parent, it's like, who do you trust? Because me being a child, I'm like, why did my mama not run? Why didn't she leave? But it's more things that happen. She did end up leaving. But then I'm a child and I'm trying to process these thoughts. So for many years, I was holding on to this hatred for my dad, not realizing that he was dealing with his own generational curses because who knows what position he was in? Who knows what he experienced? Who knows what he saw? I never saw what he experienced. I never knew how he felt. I never knew what caused that anger, but it was embedded in him. How he got it, I don't know, but it was his life experiences. And so, me being a child, I hated my father. I'm going to be honest because I saw what he did to my mother. But then I had to realize something. It wasn't that I hated him, I hated his ways. I hated his ways because I did not understand, but I did not know how to articulate what was taking place. But can I tell you, I became a daddy's girl because he still was my hero because I realized it was demonic forces that he was wrestling with. It was the spiritual things that he was holding on to. That's why we are made up of three parts: the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so I hear and I've heard it growing up. We wrestle against not the flesh and blood, but the principalities and darkness. So if we wrestle against the principalities in the darkness, that's bigger than my dad, that's bigger than my loved ones, that's bigger than the one that hurt me. But the thing is, it had to happen in order for me because I am a generational curse breaker. And it had to happen that way. If it did not happen, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. But now that I understand it happened, so I can see it, now I can teach my children. Now I can teach my community. Now I can teach those that have experiences like me to not hate the individual. Even though many people may have done us wrong, they may have tried to take our identity, kill the purpose, kill our spirits, kill our body and our flesh. But I realized something. The darkness and principalities is things that we can't see. That's why we pray. We pray for our minds to be changed, our spirits to be ignited in order for us to grow, in order for us to heal, in order for us to do what? Receive our breakthroughs. And see, I am someone, I used to go to church religiously. And out of that religiousness, I was doing more damage than I was doing good. Because growing up in a church, it was like I was mimicking what I saw, even though I knew I was dealing with all of this hurt, all of this. I was overweight. I was just I did not love myself. I didn't even love the people that I was around. I was an imposter. That's why I say I was insecure, just dealing with the issues of today, or not today, but of those years, because I was living a lie. I was happy, I was smiling, but behind that smile was sickness. Behind that smile was hurt. Behind that smile was confusion. Behind all of that, because I didn't know if I was supposed to be a man, a woman, because I was invaded, or the person that harmed me was a woman. And so I'm not saying anything about anybody's sexuality, but for me, it was a lot of confusion. And one thing I learned, that I have to be transparent. I have to be honest. I have to be open, because see, I was 4. And the young lady, because it was a young girl. She wasn't even an adult yet. But I have to tell you guys, so many times we be in situations and we like, oh, I gotta hurt this person. No, I'm gonna pray for your mind. I'm gonna pray for them spirits you dealing with, because I know the bigger picture. Because as someone that is spiritual, I'm gonna say it again. When I see things in the spirit, my job is to not hate you. My job is to not harm you, because I did that before. But I learned the lessons, because, like I said, with my father, it's like I saw him, but I learned to love him unconditionally. Because even though he did those things when we were younger, he did something that I'll always remember. He went to an AA meeting, found out he did drugs. I'm a child. We stayed out of grown folks' business. We was not exposed to drugs. Even though he did it while we was in a home, we wasn't exposed to it. So I just want y'all to know, because I remember certain things like little pieces, but he spoke up at the AA meeting and he said, he was like, I think it was AA or NA, because it was narcotics and alcohol. So NA meeting. He spoke and he told his story. He told his truth. I think I was 11 years old when I really heard my father, when he said his truth. He said what he wrestled with, because he was a drinker. He was like, I drunk. And he was like, to aid the pain. Guess what? Can I tell y'all something? I used to drink to hide pain. I used to smoke marijuana to hide pain. The cycle continued. Even though I was older, I still turned to drinking and smoking to aid the pain, because I was living a life of a lie. But I remembered when my daddy said something. He was like, I did these things because I was going through my situations. Like, he didn't know how to love my mother. He didn't know how to love us genuinely, because of the pressures of the world. But not only the pressures of the world, but because of his experiences. So it's some things that happen in my household, but beyond my household, within my lineage, within my bloodline. So now, as a generational curse breaker, I'm dealing with the issues of whatever happened in my bloodline. So you might be having issues in your body, and you like, where did this come from? How is it showing up in me? See, epigenetics. I want to say that's what it is. It's the study and the things that happen in your DNA. So when I tell you, this is so imperative, when I say you receiving your breakthrough, it's on a bigger scale, because you're not just focusing on what's happening to you today, but what has happened from generation to generation to generation. So as a spiritual healer, I'm thinking about things that have happened, not to just me, but it's amazing how when you operate spiritually, you see things, you understand things, and God will reveal things to you, but you can't get afraid of what it is, because of the simple fact you never know why it had to happen. But I know for me, it had to happen because I was able to do something. I have something with me. I wrote a book, and it's called Breakthrough Awaits. And in this book, it's an empowerment journal. It's for women. It's safe for women, but men can do this too. And the thing is, we have to get to the root cause of whatever it is that we are experiencing. I'm sorry that you can't see it, but you can order it. The link is in the description. So if you want to get the book, I think you should get the book. I know you should get the book, because it's going to help you answer those questions. It's going to allow you to do them affirmations, because I need to tell you something. As you're going through your breakthrough, as things are starting to be revealed, you're going to have to know some of these things are going to automatically fall off, but some of them are not. So you're going to have to do the inner work. You're going to have to spend time working on who? Self. So many times we try to fix people. So many times we try to fix situations. So many times we give energy to people and things that no longer serve you purpose, or not so much that they don't serve you purpose, but now it's time for you to heal yourself, heal within, go deeper. Because why? Now you see that we have these generational curses. We're ready to receive some breakthroughs because now we got to break some things off. We got to shake the limits off. We got to believe in who we are, because I know something. Like, so many times we live our life and we try to be what everybody else wants us to be. We try to say what everybody else wants us to say. We try to live the way they want us to live, but then we're hurting ourselves. Our spirit is dying because you're not showing up as yourself. The world is in chaos. The world is experiencing, and we're fighting rights. We're fighting causes. We're doing all these things because people are not showing up authentically. People are afraid to be who they really are. People are not bold enough to say, I'm this person, I'm this, I can do these things, because the cycles have not been broken. But when will we stand up? When will we fight for what's right? When will we know our identity? When will we say enough is enough? Because today I am the generational curse breaker. Today I'm standing on what I believe in. Today I'm loving who I am authentically because I am whole. Somebody told you because you went through those experiences that you were not whole, but that's not the truth. You just was having an experience. Listen to me. You were never broken. But even though we go through the breakthrough so we can realize that we were who we were all along, but we allowed our situations, we allowed our circumstances, we allowed the generational curses to stop us from being who we are. I'm guilty. So now here it is. Many of us have children and we're not allowing them to tap into their greatness because it's not traditional. We're not allowing them to be who they are because the society said this is not who they're supposed to be. But guess what? Let those creative minds create. Allow those beautiful children to know their worth, and you show them who they are by you being who you are. You hear me? You have to show up authentically. You have to show up in new spaces as yourself. Don't allow anyone else to dim your light, because as you get your breakthrough, as you start speaking life to yourself, as you start building your business, as you start showing up in new spaces, the world is going to say, look, there you go. There goes that smile. And that smile is no longer fake because you're healing you. T, how can I heal myself? By sitting with yourself and allowing yourself to feel what you need to heal. Okay, did you hear what I said? You have to allow yourself to feel what you need to heal. Can I tell y'all something? I'm finna let y'all come into my personal space. For a while now, I've been dealing with something with my heart since 2020. I lost my father a day before my 38th birthday, 2018. And the thing is, I have a lot of things going on in my heart, because when you're dealing with your heart, it's for grieving. When you have issues with your heart, because I'm learning about the body in a natural sense, a physical sense, and a spiritual sense. So all of these things. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for watching. So the thing is, I've been dealing with some things, but I'm learning to love again from a heart center, from a heart space, because I realize that I got to get out of this funk. I got to believe in me again. I became a full-time entrepreneur. So I've been showing up newly, daily, because I'm like, if I don't show up as myself, I can't do this anymore. I said, I gotta be myself, because people waiting on the creativity. People waiting on me to say, I rose up. I'm waking up. I'm alive. So dealing with stuff in my stomach, issues in the stomach. That's your digestive tract. When you have been abused sexually, or when you hold on to things in your stomach and you haven't released, you have to be able to release. So don't dumb down your children. Don't dumb down you, because you'll start having issues in your stomach when you have been abused. So it's the thing is, it's like you have to be set free. So you have to do work. You have to get you a counselor. You have to get you a therapist. You have to get you a life coach, but get you one that's your spirit is telling you to go to. And then you have to do other things. So for me, I did the book. I wrote the book, Breakthrough Awaits. But not only did I write the book, I've been doing oils. Let me tell you why. Because I believe in essential oils because it does something to your mind, right? It does something to your mind because when you smell things, it reminds you of different things. So I like smells that remind me of Big Mama's house because it wasn't bad, always bad times at Big Mama's house. It was some good times. I remember things when I smell things. I remember my daddy. I love my daddy. Like I said in the beginning, I was like, I didn't know how to feel about him. But then once I heard his story, I'm like, he a real person too. He going through his issues too. Like that's a real person like me. I'm going through my issues, but I'm a real person, so I gotta love me unconditionally. But these oils, so this one that I have, I just want to put it on my hands, smell, but I breathe deeply. Because sometimes when you always on the go experiencing life, you don't breathe. When I was experiencing death back to back to back and losing loved ones and working, I stopped breathing so much. When I was a child and I was going through my experiences, I stopped breathing. And so now it's like with the pains and the issues in the stomach, I'm like, I gotta heal because that's what my body is telling me. It's like, feel this because you gotta heal this. So I want to tell you, when you feeling issues in your body, feel them, but honor those emotions. Not honor, just honor those emotions, write that stuff out, and then release. You have to release it. So you feel it, you sit with it, and then you release it because it's necessary in order for you to go, because you have to grow in this process. Matter of fact, you're not just, you have to, you're actually growing through some things. You're living through some things. You're learning through some things. And so now it's time to reset some things because you're getting your breakthrough, and then start speaking life to yourself. Sometimes I look at myself in a mirror and I speak affirmations. I say, I am beautiful. I am loved. I am smart. I am bold. I am healed. I am brave. And sometimes I don't even look in the mirror, but I speak it. I speak it into the atmosphere because the more I speak it, the more things start to come. And can I tell you something? So since I've been working on me, this is the first time in my life that I actually had a space to myself. My my place of peace, I created it. I'm creating peace in my home. I'm creating my safety zone. So now that I'm having safety, today was the first day in my life since I've been in my place. I felt like I was home. Did you hear what I just said? For a long time, for years, I haven't felt like I was home. I haven't felt that I was where I belong. So when you're not where you belong, when you're breaking these cycles, when you are a generational curse breaker, first you have to know who you are. So the thing is, I want to leave you with this. You have to know who you are. Then you have to show up as yourself. But before, during your process of showing up, get your breakthroughs. And you got to know something. You're going to forever get breakthroughs. I thought once you get one breakthrough, you was done. But no, you're going to break through in your financial. You're going to break through in your environment. You're going to break through in your occupational. You're going to break through in your health. You're going to break through in your spirit. You're going to break through in your mind. You're going to break through in different areas of your life. So just because you get that one breakthrough, you got to know it got to keep going. So don't beat yourself up, but just take all the lessons that you have learned on the way. So you're going to heal some things. You're going to feel some things. You're going to release some things, and you're going to show up as who? Yourself. How can I do that, T? I can't do it. Well, let me be your accountability partner, because I met a young lady and I told her, I said, I'm going somewhere and I need your help. She said, T, I'm going somewhere and I need your help. It's amazing how when you are on the right path and you work on yourself, God will start sending people your way because now you're open to receive. I have partnered with some amazing people that I didn't even know that I was going to meet. They didn't even know that I was going to meet them either. But the thing was, they was like, you are what we need. And they are what I need. I said, you're absolutely right. Because they showing up as the underdog. They showing up authentically. They see that I'm not finna use no big words. They see that I'm gonna show up as myself. If I decide to use a big word, I'm gonna be like, I finally used that big word. I finally showed up professionally. Because some people might be like, I don't want to deal with T because she's authentic. Hey, I'm me. So I just want to tell you, always show up as yourself. Big words are not a part of me. They are not a part of my vocabulary. But when I use it, you be proud of me. But most importantly, I'm going to be proud of myself. So why did I say all of that? Because I need y'all to understand. Show up as yourself, no matter what. Be who you were called to be. Love who you are authentically, because the more you love yourself, the more you show up in this world, the more you heal, the more you feel what you need to feel, the more you grow. Baby, the world is yours. Because I realized something, building partnerships in this season are necessary, because what you don't see in yourself, somebody else will see it, and they'll see your worth, they'll know your worth, they'll see your value, and then you'll be a part of a unit, listen, that will build you up even more, elevate you, so that way you can get your overflow. Because so many times we try to give from a place where we're lacking, and if you don't have it, you be trying to be somebody else. You be trying to be something that you're not. But when them real people, your soul family, the people that are connected to you, they just been waiting on you to show up authentically, waiting on you to get your breakthroughs, waiting on you to realize that you are amazing, that you can do anything, that there's greatness inside of you. So I want to speak that to you today. So I need you guys to do me a favor. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this with your loved one. Make sure you get a book. And oh, I forgot, I'm a brand ambassador, or brand partner for Young Living. So I actually sell these amazing essential oils. I brought it up because it's a part of my healing journey. Many of y'all want to find new ways to heal, find new ways to just show up in this world. So I use essential oils in a diffuser, and I use them. I can drink them in my water. I use them for different reasons because it just enhances what I'm already doing. It's just allowing me to get that peace that I need. And then my book, Breakthrough Awaits, it's exercises for you to do in there. But not only that, I do meditation, because meditation gets you closer to God. Meditation gets you closer to having that peace that you're looking for. Meditations take your mind off of things and worrying. And then I do dance. I do dance because it releases the energy. It's all energy. We're made up of energy. I do the dance. And then I have a group on Facebook that's growing, Driven Wellness. All of this information is in the description. So make sure you click on the links in the description. Find me on Facebook, Tea Nicole. If you can't find me on Facebook under Tea Nicole, it's Driven by Purpose on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I want to make sure that you guys know that I am accessible, but not only that, I believe that we can make a difference. I believe that you can walk in your healing. I believe that you're already healed, but you had to go through these experiences to be healed in your mind first. So the thing is, now we're changing our mindset, we're changing our culture, and we're believing in who we are. And cousin, I got you. I'll make sure you get that book. So, guys, I am Tea Nicole, the spiritual authenticator, where I discuss health, wellness, and spiritual development in order for you to tap into your greatness and show up as yourself. Now let your soul glow. So each and every week, I can be found on Facebook. I can be found on YouTube. I can be found on Instagram. And I want to say thank you to the LICMC.net radio family for allowing me to be a part of your family. Y'all have a blessed and amazing day.